What's going on, everyone? Scott here. Welcome back to the channel. Pretty Little Liars Summer School Episode 2 recap. Coming at you, Episode 1 picked up right where we left off Season 1. We have a new A, and it's Bloody Rose Waters, it appears. So we got a little bit of background in Episode 1, so let's just dive right into Episode 2. We opened the episode with Imogen having more nightmares, not taking her medicine, it seems like. Then the girls arrive at their first day of summer school. There are two sections, and Imogen is the only one separated from the group. She tries to switch it herself, but the teacher makes her go to the correct class, the overflow class, as they called it. Not exactly the ideal crowd in the classroom for Imogen. There's a Rose at the desk she sits at. Back in the classroom with everyone else, the teacher calls out two names they seem to focus on that are absent. They're not currently in the classroom, and they seem to, kind of focus in on that fact. So I guess more on that later. Then a girl walks in the classroom late, and her and Noah seem to know each other. In the bathroom, Noah and Jen, which is the girl that walked into the classroom, catch up and talk, and we learn that they met at juvie. Says she's here because it's the only school within a 20-mile radius with summer school classes to prep for the keynote exams, which is the reason that they're all in summer school, it seems like. Noah gives her her new phone number. The girls are in Dr. Sullivan's office talking about their first day of summer school. She encourages them to find stuff outside of school, such as a job or a summer relationship, to make the most of the situation this summer. Imogen said she's not sure about the meds she's taking. She said she's having nightmares and hallucinations. She hangs around and talks to Dr. Sullivan after everyone else leaves. Imogen's mom also struggled with anxiety, and she's worried because of what happened to her. She says she can ask her dad what type of medication and treatment her mom used and what she did. Wes hires a new guy, Christian, at the movie theater, moved here from New York. Farron's in gym class. The teacher says he's hiring a lifeguard for the summer. Could be Farron's summer job. Noah and the new chick, Jen, I believe her name was, talking at the park, catching up. She asks if Noah was a part of that Millwood massacre. And then to close the conversation, she asks if that boyfriend, Sean, was still in the picture. So it seems like there could have been some type of romantic relationship here in juvie. So what's going on here? Tabby is showing Christian the ropes at the theater. He says Wes told him that she was into horror films and she made one. He says he's into VFX and prosthetics. They wouldn't make Tabby's best friend that works at the movie theater creepy and make him involved with some bad stuff 2 seasons in a row, would they? But definitely a little interesting. But she lies and says she's into foreign films. Out at Imogen's dad's house, he gives her the information on the medication her mom had taken. He offers if she wants to come stay here for a few days and, kind of reset, he'd be happy to have her. At church, Kelly and Greg are auditioning for the play there. At the bus stop, Imogen sees a help wanted poster for a restaurant and goes back to ask for an application. Gives a fake name, says can start tomorrow. Lee Abel is the fake name. Noah tells Sean that her mom's still at rehab, says she just needs to get out and be at home in her own space. He said that he wishes she had just told him, what was going on. Imogen tells Tabby that she got a job out by her dad's. Tabby notes of how far this is. Imogen doesn't mind the commute, though, as she says. Tabby was on Christian, the new guy from the theater's Instagram, and Imogen accidentally deep likes a picture. Mouse's parents are going on a cruise, it seems like, so her grandma is staying with her, and her moms go over the rules while they're gone. Kelly and Greg rehearsing for the play and have a fight about not wanting to get busy. We'll leave it at that. In the shop, Mouse finds a rose on one of the dolls. Mouse's grandma looking on the computer in the shop, and Spooky Spaghetti is up, and Mouse sees that the two people missing from the summer school class are now missing. They weren't just absent in the class, now they're actually missing, and it was on Spooky Spaghetti. They were the ones we saw at the end of episode 1 in the cabin that Bloody Rose Waters ended up stabbing. Noah finds a rose in her locker while Jen walks right behind her, possibly thinking it's from her. The girls plan to go see Imogen at work after school. They all agree to see Imogen at the diner, but Mouse realizes the two empty seats. Over at the pool, Farron smokes Greg in the race, trying to see who will be lifeguard captain. Greg comes into the locker room and asks if she's trying to flirt with him. I don't know what was going on there. She kind of puts him in his place there. Noah's boss at the pizza place asks if it's okay to hire her friend Jen. Noah vouches for her and said, yeah, that's cool. Tabby at the movie theater jumps in on a horror movie conversation between Wes and the new guy, Christian. Wes says she's the ultimate final girl and tells him about her movie. Tabby asks if it's okay to leave early to go see Imogen at work. They show up at the diner and realize she has a different name on her name tag. She's acting kind of weird, so they fish around and see what's going on. They ask, what's up with the name tag, and, lied and said that it was just an extra one they had laying around, but then the boss comes and, calls her by the name on her on her name tag. Tabby says, "Isn't your mom's middle name Lee?" They ask, "Why are you working all the way out here?" Mouse says, "Wasn't there a help wanted sign at the creamery, back near Millwood?" She says she likes being out here outside of Millwood and being someone else for a while. Farron and Henry talking about her lifeguarding day and tells him about Greg being weird and, kind of messing with her. She tells him she's got this. Imogen at the bus stop waiting for the bus and sees someone across the street. She looks across and sees it's Bloody Rose with a knife. Thankfully, the bus is pulling up and she runs to get on it. On the bus, she takes more of her medicine. Bloody Rose had disappeared after she got on the bus when she looked out the window. Mouse's grandma freaks out, screaming, "Let out the window." Mouse and Ash run out of the bedroom and she says there was a woman outside the window. Ash goes out and checks, doesn't see anything. She says the face was covered in bloody bandages. Mouse pulls up a picture from Spooky Spaghetti and shows her a picture of Bloody Rose Waters, kind of drawing that someone had put on there. And she says, yeah, that was her. Ash said there was no one out there that he could see. Mouse's grandma the next day doesn't remember meeting Ash the night before, says she might have been sleepwalking. In school, Imogen is in the classroom with everyone acting weird, seems turned up and stressed, as the girls say. Imogen has some words with the teacher. Tabby steps in, kind of saves her, takes her out. They take her into the bathroom and help talk her through whatever's going on. She tells them she's been having hallucinations about Bloody Rose. Mouse says how her grandma had seen her too. They ask her about not wanting to be herself and what she said at the diner. She gets emotional talking about everything that's been going on and that she's been through, that we saw in season 1 and so far in season 2. They prop her up and talk her through it, and seems like everything will be okay. At the church, Kelly is playing Virgin Mary. She doesn't get the part that she wanted. Greg got the main part with the other chick from the church. I believe her name was Sandy, but Kelly's upset about this, obviously. Debbie and Christian are cleaning out the upstairs at the movie theater, and he convinces her to play her movie on the big screen after the last show. Farron, reaching in her gym bag, gets pricked by a rose. So now pretty much everyone has gotten a rose to this point. Then she hears Henry and Greg arguing outside of the pool. Farron then comes out and punches Greg. Then tells Henry, "I told you to stay out of it." The teacher calls Farron in to the office and tells her that she's lifeguard captain. Imogen is in Dr. Sullivan's office talking through a crazy couple days. She wants to adjust the levels of her medication. Imogen asks for a favor, and Dr. Sullivan said she'll call to make sure they're all in the same section in summer school. Noah's at the pizza spot with Jen, and Sean walks in. She introduces them, and Jen says, "I love your girlfriend." Maybe a little more than just a friend, it seems like. Henry and Farron talking, and he said that Kelly had texted him about the church group needing more guys to perform in the play. We have Tabby's premiere. Everyone shows up. They got the nice name on the sign there, and they go in and watch her movie. Kelly and Greg talking about the church chick, Sandy. He says they're not hooking up yet, but says they're supposed to meet up later to rehearse. She then says Sandy's off limits, and they get busy in the car. After Tabby's premiere, they all leave, so Tabby and Christian can be alone, and then he can walk her home. She gets the checklist, and there's a rose on the clipboard. So now officially, I think everyone has gotten a rose. Imogen goes to the ice cream place to ask for an application. She gets an unknown call, and this time she does give her real name at the creamery. Christian walks Tabby home. As they talk about her movie and some other movies and the process and whatnot, Tabby gets an unknown call as well, and so does Farron. Noah does as well, and we see a brief cutaway scene of her and Jen kind of together in bed, sleeping, cuddling, however you want to say, together at juvie, it seems like. And we see the chick from church text Greg, Sandy, I believe, and Greg says he's not coming. Then she's mad, replying, walking to the car, and she gets stabbed by Bloody Rose. Mouse is reading up on Spooky Spaghetti and gets an unknown call, ignores it, but then she gets one on the computer and answers it. Seems like it's Bloody Rose, the drawing on there, and says, "You know who I am. Save your breath. You'll need it." So that ends episode 2 of Pretty Little Liars Summer School. Off to a hot start. Handful of different storylines coming together and, picking up from an incredible season 1. First 2 episodes of season 2 have been fantastic. So we'll be back to talk about episode 3 here coming up soon. But thank you all so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out. Hold up. I forgot. Who do I think A is? I'm still suspicious of Kelly and her mom. But as of right now, that's still my only suspects, unless it's someone we haven't met yet. So as of right now, still sticking the same from episode 1. Kelly or her mom or some type of something going on there. Or it's someone we haven't met. Now, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.